could gather, the Jonas would be taking a percentage of
And he's hitting out of the deep stuff here.
to charity would happen through a link on the website. A lot of the specifics are still up in the air, but I only assume that more is going to come
Okay, out of the rough, and this might not be
now
enough.
that more people are starting to come forward with their stories on hideouts. Like his own boxing.
Okay, be very careful. This could go squirrely. It's really deep into this rough.
It's totally up to you. You could pretend like you don't even know what I'm talking about if you want. But what I've heard is that she was hitting on one of his sparring partners and was obsessed with him and gave him a VIP pass to the event. A lot of his sparring
Oops, that's no good.
She was,
all right, they have 175 yards to go.
One of the guys that would come in and spar with them, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. And then, yeah, even if he was like beating up, she'd be very into it. And then,
I want to say that before. So Anissa never gave shout outs to Michael training Ian at all, but she put out the first video of Ian like getting hit off in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush. Yeah. My friend Gabe. She shared it. Yeah. I'm gonna have a clip for you guys.
I would call him Gorgeous Gabe.
This is just a small piece of what Boston coach had to say about Ian. He said that eventually he
almost hit the bucket.
like his father did when he yelled at him.
Okay, we're pretty deep into this rough. Gonna need a good hack at this.
The situation with Ian and Anissa is so crazy, and I cannot wait to figure out what's going on. We can take bits and pieces over the years, but I know one day the full truth is going to come out, and it's going to be real. Idubbbz made his grand return to content, but I think his career is in more of a free fall than ever.
Backbone was originally founded based on how we thought the future of gaming would unfold.
Austrian Jack's legal club. Austin Peterson, also known as Austin 007.
Let's see if our little friend here can get up and down out of this bunker.
Most infamous gambling addicts. I've done 2 videos now covering Austin losing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, usually resulting in him destroying a piece of his parents' property. But if I'm being honest, these rages are fueled by far more than gambling losses. Austin also has a serious substance problem, particularly the one that rhymes with Jack, and this is what's led to his legal issues. After being charged with possession and
let's see how he does from the green side rough.
Was swiftly released, now on probation, and required to spend time at a rehab facility where Bossman would make the most of his time.
Okay, setting up a long one here. That's a bit of an understatement. Let me get my rangefinder out here. I'll see if I can get us a distance. Just joking.
But despite
hopefully you can get this close though.
Rehab early, returning to his parents' home and falling back into his old habits worse than ever before. And as a surprise to no one, Austin would fail one of his mandatory tests.
Okay, he's got quite a long putt here. Let's see how he deals with it. I think this one's breaking to the left.
Don't really have one? Don't really have one? No, dude. No, I don't. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. No, I don't.
Oh
my god. I gotta go, guys.
This one's from around 21 feet. Yeah, I think this putt's gonna break to the right.
How do you know? I bet I do. How do you know I don't have them? I might have one. No, I bet I do, bro. Oh my god, I gotta go.
Okay, he's got 9 feet to go. This one's breaking left to right.
People like it. Austin would be issued 2 warrants, to my knowledge, one for his possession case, and the other one talking about his attack on his father, lovingly dubbed by the community as
6-foot putt for him.
Their fight happened years ago, but it seems like he's still facing the repercussions of that. Police swiftly arrested Bossman after issuing these warrants, and he hasn't been seen out of jail since. Many people expected that he would be out already due to
now this from 4 feet.
To my knowledge, he will remain in there for the foreseeable future. Most likely the best outcome for his health. versus low T. Chance Wilkins, better known as Cyrax, is an infamous internet character. Not that I'm saying he's pulling a character in
All
any way,
right, 3
shape,
feet
or
to the
form,
cup.
because what's going on is very real. Chance is infamous for his predatory behavior, extreme rages, and he is now deceased live streamer using his body. The story of Cyrax is so
And the bogey putt drops. A little bit of a sour note to end on today, but you had fun, right? Okay, and as we head our separate ways, it'll be 2 over for you after this one's done. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for playing the game, and we will hopefully see you real soon.
Every second caught on.
You take my chain, I give to the police. I went to the police, and it's not there. Then I see you met threatening. You didn't see the knife? Let's go down. We need to back up. We need to leave Southwest. Or what? Hit me. Don't make me stop, man. Back up. Back up. I try to be a friend. You're the only one that stood up to your own friends. I have a baby. Help me. Do it. Please do it. Do it. You lost. So back around. And you put your hands on me so you got punch. That's 1 punch. Come here. Come here. You want to do it again?
Despite clearly being on the receiving end, the Chance would declare himself the victor, also saying that he would be sending the cops after Big T, also known as Alex.
Let's go on. Okay. Now, to address, I have something I want to address here. No, you lost. And you put your hands on me so you got punch. That's 1 punch. Come here. You want to do it again?
Despite clearly being on the receiving end, the Chance would declare himself the victor, also saying that he would be sending the cops after Big T, also known as Alex.
Now, to address, I have something I want to address here, which is Alex Casino, aka Big T. You were on the property, living in his phone in my face, and I told you multiple times to get your phone out of my goddamn face, bro. We told you 3 different times that you ain't supposed to be here. And love you all 3 times. So all 4 times, including yesterday, you were the trespassing.
All of this backfires absolutely for Big T. He thought that this was wrong. Evolution of the Cyrax community he did the exact opposite. He was branded low T and has descended down a dark path of his own glory, receiving nearly only ridicule and harm, and now facing real-life consequences for his actions. North of Joshua. Joshua Block, better known as World Teacher, is a man who I have thoroughly documented on this channel. If you need a refresher, I highly recommend my World of T-Shirt story video, covering what seems to be a rise and a fall happening at the same time. Josh has gone from a kid viral on TikTok for singing in Times Square to a violent, liquor-fueled wild card. The last few years have been nothing but controversy for Josh, but what I want to focus on today are his international antics, starting with a Japan trip that many assumed he would never return from. Japan is a very popular tourist destination, and Josh is a very popular internet personality.
Hey there, hope you're doing great. Because I certainly am. My name is John McCarthy, and I would like to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. I got good vibes about the day. I think we got good things ahead. A little bit of 3-hole matchmaking today, I see. I hope you have fun. Okay, have a good round. Heading in that direction of the bunker, I think. He's ready to tee off. Let's see what happens here with him.
You don't ever say put the flag and get away with it. I don't want to do TikTok anymore. TikTok, surf, and golf. Put the frogs in the bag. Can't try me. I live in a rock. I'll rough you up.
Eventually, one of these citizens got fed up and saw Josh do something wrong, performing a citizen's arrest and giving us one of the most viral World of T-Shirts.
And we're setting up here with an elevated green. Might need some more club. Oh, we might be coming up short. And here we go. This is his second shot. They're going with the 5-iron here.
Yep, there's me. Wow.
All right, from here they have about 170 yards to go.
G5 is one of the largest public record search services.
He is still able to return to the country to this day. But another one of his trips wouldn't go so smoothly. After trying to enter Dubai, Josh reported saying that it was
Get up and out of here.
subway incident of last year, where he was caught subway surfing and taken away in handcuffs. He said it was for this reason that Dubai would not allow him in. And that's probably for his own benefit, because I doubt his...
There we go, on the green. Good stuff.
Aside from this, Josh has been doing a lot of traveling. Him and Mr. Baystar seemingly no more. Josh has a new manager and even a cameraman, but he hasn't changed a bit. So Josh is bound to find himself in more trouble. It's really just a matter of time. Andrew Ditch. Andrew Ditch is a man that needs no introduction on this channel. I've made tons of videos on the horrible things that he's done, but 2025 might be one of his worst years ever, with Andrew finding himself in 2 major controversies. The first pertaining to the passing of his mother. Earlier this year, Janet Ditch would tragically pass away after many years of health struggles.
And to him I say good luck, because this is an insanely long putt for a fella to make.
Initially addressing his mother's passing in a community post, where he says, and I quote, "I forgive you for not accepting my incontinence," among many other terrible things.
Looks like he's put it on a good line. This one's still on track.
So much worse.
Will it go?
He's been staying at a group
Oh my, and he makes it.
Travel back to New York for his mother's funeral, and once again make the event.
And they
all
can
about
save par if they can drop this one in there.
Headphones and
Looks like a right to left break.
But one of the main things that people took issue with was how Andrew treated his father and brother, claiming that they helped him get changed and cleaned up before the funeral, which included Andy's diaper. Now there's a mountain of evidence that says Andy needs no help with these things.
Ooh.
That he derives some kind of twisted pleasure from it all. So people were
Here we go, let's
horrified
drop
that he
this and get your
roped
par.
Tom and Joe into this, praying that it was just another one of the many lies Andrew told. And that would be the end of the funeral situation, but far from the end of controversy Andy would find himself in this year. The next big thing to happen is honestly horrifying. Proof came out that Andrew Ditch had been playing video games with children no older than 15, and that this had been
Oh, come on, be
happening
nice.
for a while.
And this will be a bogey putt for them.
Not cheating on his kid. Not cheating on his kid. No, Andy wins. I'm not killing him at all. Well, no, he still wants us to try a little bit, but not so hard. Does he know how to grab it? Is Andy like your brother?
Hopefully we can settle things here with a bogey.
Andy's like 30-something, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna get off of Fortnite, okay?
Why is that?
So I'm just done with Fortnite for today. For now.
Done.
Yeah, just for now. I'm gonna be coming to your house in a little bit.
And you're sitting at 1 over par at the moment.
Those kids don't sound very young. They're playing with the companionship of a young girl. It's all extremely horrifying, and I have no idea how these kids' parents haven't figured out that they're playing with a 40-year-old man yet. And I hope something stops it soon, but more and more clips are being released every day of Andy playing video games with kids.
This one's gonna need to bite.
It seems that he has found a new way to victimize people, and I shudder to think what is actually going on.
Well, looking forward to this hole.
Nick Rekieta, better known as Rekieta Law, was once a well-respected lawyer, sharing his knowledge on the subject in his videos. But as time went on, people began to notice that something was off. Nick seemed wrong, out of it, and completely different to who he had been in previous years. Well, after an incident extremely similar to when DSP left the camera on, he became a very well-known, infamous internet character. And things got only worse when he was accused of some absolutely
They're
horrible
going with the
things.
pitching wedge.
Once again, this is a subject that deserves a video of its own, and that will be coming in the future. But let's just say the allegations include endangerment of children, a very toxic polyamorous relationship, and copious amounts of substances. And earlier this year, Rekieta was sentenced for possession and given parole. I highly doubt that this is the end of Rekieta's legal troubles, but only time will tell.
41. 41. I've spent 20 years of my life not having as much fun as possible because I was worried about
Setting up here with
way
a
other
very
people thought
long
about
putt.
the way other people
This putt is
interpret
going
things, the way other
uphill
people
and
judge
breaking
things.
to the right.
And interestingly enough, it was people that were like close to us, and I don't give a f- about them anyway. Cause thought in general, like if you know me, you know, like I don't give a shit anyway. When you work your whole life for someone else, and you have to abide by rules, and suddenly you jump past that, you get to be you. You get to be you. And all I want to do.
All right, you did most of the work.
Wings at Shovin' Kelly.
Okay, they need this to
George
go if they
Bush,
want to
better
save
known
par
as
on this
Wings
one.
of Redemption, would find
Looks like this
himself
one's breaking
in
to
one
the
of
left.
his most mysterious controversies this year. After spending 2024 building the Lolcow Live brand with Boogie 2988 and DJ Killer Keemstar, 2025 was looking extremely up for Wings. But as he's done every single time that he starts to see a modicum of success, Wings self-sabotages. This time in a pretty disgusting way. Lolcow Live would be hosting what they
Okay,
call
this is what he has left to
and
save
the goal
the
was
putt.
to get all of them to lose weight, so tensions were high. And eventually Keemstar and Wings would find themselves in an altercation, with Wings going for Keem's eyes. Well, eventually this fight was broken up, and both sides would leave to cool off. But when Keemstar came back on camera
6 foot
to
putt.
talk about the situation, Wings would storm onto camera, and he is making a deal with Keemstar. All the while, Wings is being held back by numerous people, mainly his wife Kelly, and in
Here's
the
what they've
process
got
of
left
getting
for the bogey.
Keemstar, Wings shoves her onto a table. Wings claims that she tripped, but it's extremely clear what happened. In the aftermath of this incident, Wings would leave Lolcow Live, and he has yet to return, going back to his roots, streaming video games to an increasingly smaller audience.
Style and substance in the GMCC era.
Dark Side Phil. Philipper, now better known as Dark Side Phil, is one of the oldest lolcows on YouTube. A long time ago, Phil was a halfway successful gaming YouTuber, but due to his abrasive personality, insatiable greed for donations,
And they
and
set
overall
this one
bad
up about
attitude, he has become
155
as
yards away.
infamous as he is today. We also can't forget about the incident or the dozens of times that he's gone viral on Twitter for his poor gameplay. But we're here to talk about something very specific that happened to Phil earlier this year. Philip had captured the attention of the Keno Casino, a live stream run by Andy Worski and Triple P. They had been watching DSP for a while and proclaiming themselves massive fans of Phil's. And of course, this eventually caught his attention and would accumulate in multiple collaborations between the two parties. And the birth of a new show called The Smart Guys. The show would feature Triple P and DSP talking about wrestling, but it was really just a way to pry information about Phil and troll him, something which everyone but Phil picked up on very quickly.
And just
He
one stroke
absolutely
over
loved
par at the moment.
Triple P and would tell his audience over and over that they would never betray him.
You know, guys have a catch. We do, and it's weird because we never had even spoken to each other until last Tuesday, not even a week ago, right? And then all of a sudden we realized we kind of work. We work off of each other. We react to each other very well, and I feel like each one of us has intelligent, interesting things to say in a conversation that are different takes, different perspectives, right? And I think that's really good.
Looks like this one will be safe in the fairway.
They actually think that this is like a giant plan. To this day, they're still saying, listen to this.
All right, getting ready to fire away on our final hole of this matchup, and you're 2 strokes off the lead.
They're still saying that they can't cope with the fact, they can't handle the fact that
Coming into a bunker near you.
Philip was riding high, seeing an increased amount of viewership and donations. But things fell apart so quickly. Triple P would make a comment about the weight of Phil's wife cat that Phil found very offensive, and it would lead to this huge rift between the two, which is when the casino decided it was time to dump the bucket and to absolutely go in on Phil. They would leak text messages with Phil, revealing
Here's his second shot.
He was so much that this is another one of those topics that deserves its own video. But in the aftermath, of course, Phil would claim that he knew they were going to betray him the whole time, referring to himself as a king snake. It was
Here's
all just
their
code.
8
Ever
iron.
since the fallout with the Keno Casino, Phil has went
And from
viral
here,
on
they have
Twitter
about
numerous
150
times
yards
for the
to go.
aforementioned bad gameplay, specifically Doom the Dark Ages and Elden Ring Night Rain. Though I'm sure this is not the last time that we'll hear from Phil, it is one of the most interesting arcs that he's been on in quite some time. Ever since views, and more importantly to Phil, donations continue to dwindle. King Cobra JFS. Joshua Saunders, better known as King Cobra JFS, has had a very interesting year so far. Hot off the heels of his breakup with Jessica, our gothic bad boy would slowly put out more content until something absolutely insane happened. The King Cobra JFS YouTube channel, which had just hit over 100,000 subscribers, was deleted, or at least that's how it appeared, because you could no longer find it, and Josh no longer had access. He would then begin posting on his backup channel, Josh Saunders, but tragedy was far
And
from
they've
through with
chosen the
his death,
pitching
because
wedge.
his good friend Walt would pass
All
away.
right, we're in the
And
fairway
this is where the
bunker.
problems really
Let's see what you
begin.
got.
Josh would start a GoFundMe to raise money for Walt's funeral, and the description of this GoFundMe reads, "My name is Josh and I suffer from Asperger's, and my dear friend Angie lost her husband Walt, whom is a vet and served our country, the good old USA, in the Vietnam War as a sniper for the Marines, whom also contracted Agent Orange as a result of his services. Angie is struggling to pay for the funeral and can't afford her house bills.
And I don't think you had enough out of the sand here.
And overpriced rent. She's taking Walt's passing very hard, as am I, and his amazing daughter is doing her best to help, but a little extra would help. I deal with nasty YouTube trolls who would do anything they can to harass
Oh,
me and
you almost got that.
family and friends. I've started this GoFundMe to help out Walt's daughter and wife with the burden of costs and life. This is being raised for a good cause and a peace-loving woman and her awesome daughter. This GoFundMe became a hot topic of discussion amongst his community. Some people donated, others reported it, and then some created trollsome GoFundMes of their own. Josh's battle, autism, and online trolls. My name is Jock Sandwich, and I'm starting this GoFundMe for my buddy Josh Saunders. He has Asperger's autism and depression and is bullied by hateful trolls. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Josh has saddled himself with an immense responsibility, which is monitoring the Walton Anti-Night GoFundMe page, and other funds are required to ensure he doesn't
Let's see
spend
how he
those
deals with
funds
this
on
bunker shot.
DoorDash, booze, and adult internet services. In the event that he does, there will be emergency funds to supply him with basic needs. There were tons of GoFundMes like this.
All right, this is a very long putt for them. Hopefully they can get it to go. So it looks like it has a little bit of a break to the left.
Stop YouTube. So check this out. My YouTube trolls have hacked Walt's GoFundMe page when I set up for him. And it's been...
Okay, not a bad effort from that distance. 15 feet to the cup from here. And I think this one's breaking pretty hard right to left. Oh, that's too bad. And he's staring this one down, trying to save his par. Looks like this one's breaking to the right. And now this from 5 feet.
As if things couldn't get any worse for Josh, even more GoFundMes would come out. Josh Saunders rotting gum sponge so he can kiss Angie.
Okay, this one's a 3-footer.
My devout Christian son Joshua Fat Saunders has been having issues with his gingivitis. After eating a diet of communion wafers and Kool-Aid for the past 23 years, he is very into our Lord and Savior and wishes to get some help with his dental situation. Plus, he has a crush on Angie's daughter and actively stalks her. It was a very bleak time in the Cobra.
And he's going to sign off on the final hole here with a bogey.
To increase
all right, at the end of this one, you wound up at 2 over par. All right, thank you so much for the round. That was great to spend a little time outdoors with you. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
Ever since he's kind of lost interest in GoFundMe. He's now moved on to a new venture called Cobra Born, an absolutely terrifying concept that Josh would have his own meaning. He's only talked about it a couple times. I hope that he doesn't take it any further. These are definitely interesting times in Bass.
Dude, this janitor's mopping a school hallway. Oh, no. A hornet floods the corridor. Run, run. Janitor time for a pocket. The big guy takes him back. Grabs a hammer from his bag. No time for other tools. Hide. Check the level box. Teddy bear, bikini, a shotgun. Flash. Undead. Yeah. Hide in a flash will find.
Sophia Chu. Sophia Slidell, better known as Sophia Chu, is another one of these people that needs no introduction on this channel. I've made 5 or 6 videos on her antics over the past couple years, but nothing pales in comparison to what happened in 2025. Sophia's brother, Donald Slidell, better known as Brother Chu, was cast in carjacking gone wrong. Mama Chu was also injured in the incident. The situation led to a lot of people questioning their stance on Sophia, and she accumulated more support than she had ever seen in her internet career. But all of that isn't necessarily what's controversial. It's some of Sophia's actions in the aftermath. The trouble began when Sophia started a GoFundMe for her brother's funeral. In the end, this GoFundMe accumulated around $7,000, and Sophia was receiving countless donations over her cash app. But people began to take issue with some of Sophia's spending habits. They believed that the money would be going towards getting her and Mama Chu off the street and Donald a funeral. But people started to notice that Sophia was spending it on clothes and food. The criticism got even worse when it was revealed that Donald Jr. was cremated by the state and that anything further for him was unlikely. So many have accused Sophia of starting this GoFundMe under false pretenses, even reporting it to GoFundMe, and it's gone down and came back up a couple times, but still seems to be there currently. The situation is still unfolding, but it is considered to be the top controversy of the year, one that I think will only get worse with time. The Keemstar. Once again, we're talking about DJ Killer Tombstone, also known as Daniel Toomey. You've already heard the Wings segment, so you know plenty about Lil Cal Live, that it's a show run by Boogie, Toomey, and Wings, or at least it was. Well, another big controversy that came out of the Star's messages with his secretary. He tried to create numerous spin-off shows to Lil Cal Live, and in one of these there was a woman named Lynx. She was booted from her original show, but Keaton kept her on as some kind of a secretary, and somehow this evolved into some kind of a relationship, and eventually adult messages were sent between the two. And personally, I think that Lynx was planning on leaking them the whole time, because she would record and screenshot a great many of these messages and conversations. They are extremely explicit, Keane even giving nicknames to certain parts of his body, so I'm going to show you just a little bit. It's absolutely hilarious. I cannot describe to you just how cringy all of this was. And she knew it too, that's why she recorded. Daniel was obviously intoxicated, but it's still a pretty crazy thing to do with one of your employees, especially. On top of that, he has a fiancée, Brantley, but it seems like they're cool with stuff like this. I can only imagine the team stories that we have heard. Nova's Discord disaster. I'm going to keep this one relatively short since I just did a video on it, but Gabriel Gage, better known as Nova Online, opened yet another Discord server, has a long track record of mismanaging and using them as a place for corrupt kids. This time he claims the server was 18 plus, but kids got in anyways. It was an absolute disaster that ended with his team. Nova has since gone on to be accused of far more predatory behavior and is shaping up to be the most infamous character of 2025. I Sierra the Furry. If you want to watch one of the craziest stories that I've covered all year, press the video on your screen. I Sierra the Furry keeps getting worse.
Today we're asking the real question. What is cookies and cream at a casting job? Yep, this cookie's wide awake. One teaspoon of Dobby's cookies and cream, no sugar, just dangerously delicious. Drop your favorite flavor below and we'll make it fun.
is so good, your missing dad came back to watch. In today's video, Hassan is once again crying about admin goals out of nowhere. Anissa Domha, aka iDubbbz' husband, is back beefing with Ethan. Ethan might actually end up suing some Reddit mods who were engaging in harassment. Actual lawyers have also chimed in to talk about the lawsuit. Casey Tron has...
Not here, goddamn one.
Sorry, it's hot.
I know I'm going to spend $3.
We ain't gone boring years. No, it's been.
No, it's been fucking pretty good year.
No. No, not the chest, dude. Oh. Super manipulative. I think that's all it is.
Like go upstairs with another girl and then come back down and try to pass her off to someone else. Like, hey, she's still willing to go. Anybody else want to? Every once in a while, not every time, but every once in a while, some weirdo would be like, yeah, I'll go upstairs.
Democrats and progressives in New York City achieved a major checkpoint during this week's primaries for the city's mayoral election.
The mission: sneak inside, give out Pepsi to enhance the food's flavor.
To Will and Diane, you go together like.
Evidence that argues.
So that's the dog little bit. Okay. Yeah. And the heart, defendant nothing.
Well, it's not a good thing to defend.
Exactly.
So that's the dog little bit.
Okay. Yes. And to the heart, defendant nothing.
Well, it's not a good thing to defend.
Exactly. You're right. But you're wrong.
You never watched it, he never watched it. I don't want to get too Ludo. I'm sorry, but I distinctly remember a video of Ludo Hall reviewing a whole thing, and he's laughing about it, but I don't know for sure. I don't think
That is true. That is true. He did review this stuff, and he did it correctly.
I'll have another alcohol. Thank you. Hey, can I talk about medical illness? Yeah.
But make it very clear that we're not just other people.
I suppose that Ludo Hall was turned on by that.
They did not. There's no evidence of that.
I have no evidence of that whatsoever. I apologize.
There it is. So, Boogie drunk. Boogie shit. Wrong one. My bad. I hit the boomer, guys. There we go. Now we're back. So, evidently, Boogie haven't walked back from shit because, obviously, saying shit like that, you can get sued for defamation. But, luckily, walking back was all they
Said nothing, non-slander.
There it is. So, you're going to meet some people at the 4th of July party.
Sure.
Can they get into that? Because, Mudahar went last month, or last year, he went to the 4th of July party. He didn't go in.
Yeah.
That raw.
Your process, right? You're in
fucking home for South Africa. Why would you work? Why would you work? Come back. I didn't invite him. I don't talk to him anymore.
Well, we have a weekend stream with the Local Live. Sorry, dropped something. We have a weekend stream. So as always, Kev.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we get lit tonight. I thought this was gonna be a Rassoff show today. I guess you thought wrong, motherfucker. You thought wrong. Alright, listen. If you're 21 or older, go grab some alcohol now. Because we're getting buggy drunk. It's just begun. It's a bad girl song. Paige, thank you for the 3 months. Did you guys get notifications for the stream? I'm telling you, this shit's broken. Yes, Zombie! Thank you for the 1 gifted! Guys, everyone get that like in. Put that like in on the stream real quick. Listen, if we get to 1,000 likes before I start the show, I'm gonna make Boogie slam a White Claw literally as soon as I get the Discord with him. He must slam the entire thing. 1,000 likes. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. You ready? You ready? It may or may not be my pirates in the chat ready for some fucking up Friday. That's my pirates.
It's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while Kim's trying to talk to Wayne. They be bullshitting, spitting lockout slang. Scam Tommy and kick them out. You don't keep running.
It's gonna get the 1,000 what? I can't fucking slam a White Claw. My stomach is tiny now. I couldn't do it right the other day. Bro, I'm not joking. This will not let me go full screen. What is this dumb shit? There's just a gray bar over it. What is happening with it? Hold on. I'll be right back.
I gotta shut down Discord altogether.
YouTube's broken, Discord's broken, everything. Raptop is broken.
Yeah, it's true. we told Rastov just not to come today. Oh, literally, I left the call, Boogie, and I can still hear you. I just had to end Discord on my computer with Control-Alt delete. All right, let me open this thing back up and try to get it fixed. Fake drama. What's the fake drama? You were in a police poll. Reconnect. And back. I am here, sir. And
Yeah, we let Rastov sleep in today because he's so burnt out. He has to work for 2 hours a day.
I am going to fucking lose. Go, Boogie, look at the screen. What is this shit?
What?
There's a fucking sidebar permanently stuck on my Discord. And when I go full screen, it doesn't take it
What
away.
the fuck is that?
What? What is that?
Oh, and also the members is fucking off the side. Everything's all zoomed in or something. Everything's fucked.
Did they break this? Because we're not going to be able to use this.
Dildo Super Jetted, $19
Ah, nah,
99 cents.
Nah, dude.
Pink Star and I had a wild, bright night. Danced through stars till morning light.
It doesn't do that for my Discord.
No time to react.
It doesn't?
Left me alone on a cold train track. Still near his left.
No,
not looking
it
back.
does on mine.
Introducing Weight Loss by Hims. Personalized prescriptions, including GLP-1 injections and oral medication kits designed to help you lose weight so you can gain confidence and feel healthy. Plus, get guidance on nutrition, movement, sleep, hydration, and answers when you need them, 100% online. With Weight Loss by Hims, you have so much to lose and even more to gain. GLP-1 injections starting at $165 a month. Get started today at hims.com. I know what justice is. I know what it looks like. Every day I wake up.
It's so weird.
Do you
I don't have
use
so many weird great balls.
Do you use the web version or what?
No, I use the app.
Yeah, well, I'm using the app. I go full screen, and it keeps the fucking sidebar, bro. No, I can't.
Try popping it out. Try hit the pop out button in the bottom right corner.
Now it's popped out. Now this is what we have to do.
It might have to be.
This is what we have to do. That's just stupid. Why? Fucking why?
Everything's breaking right now. The world is falling apart. There's bombs hitting the ground. Tonight's a good night to start drinking, I think. Like on the regular. I think I'm going to be an alcoholic.
Guys, we need 300 more likes. Get the 300 more likes.
Well, it's not gonna shit. I'm a not can stop.
You bought the White Claws, right? I see them. I
got the whole thing. I don't know which flavor I would like. I got pineapple in here and raspberry in here.
Pineapple.
And then,
Out of those two, pineapple.
Then I know that I like vodka, so I got some Absolute, and I can tolerate it if I mix it with orange juice. So I got orange juice too, and I got some shot glasses. So I can do. When I do shots, I have to do half shots, guys. It's going to be half orange juice, half vodka. I can't fucking do like a whole shot. I'm on tramadol. I've taken 6 tramadol so far today. Why? Because I have pain issues. So I had to take 2 at 5 a.m. I had to take 2 more at noon, and then I had to take 2 more just before we start the show.
But Boogie, you knew we were drinking.
I understand, but I'm going to take my prescribed medications. Okay, well now you can't. Yes, I can drink. I know my limits. I'm not going to fucking die. I know my limits from doing this before. I'm going to be fine. Why would you take
those super chatted $19.99. Forget the show and come get me a hobo thinking you uses me as a refund after you finish with me on the train track.
Because I know from the other times I drank with you and other people, by the way, thank you, that I'm fine. It's not gonna kill me or anything. I'm just saying it's gonna amp it up a little bit. I'm gonna get drunk quick.
780. Why is this mission impossible? We need 220 likes. Hooray! Hooray! Hurry!
Man, do you think we'll get the likes if I try to shotgun it and just get fucking free game? Let's get free game.
I'm waiting to hit it. Don't get fucked up. It's not going to be a fun show, but it is going to be fun.
It'll probably be fun for you because you can handle your alcohol. I will be passed out before. And I'm looking forward to it because I want to make sure that when the bombs fall, I'm drunk.
Okay, grab it.
Grab it. Desi, which flavor? Pineapple? You come get the raspberry then.
Wait,
I'm going my girl.
Wait, you only have one?
No, I got a whole
okay.
case. All right. But real quick, okay, the reason I want Desi in here for this, by the way, this celebrates our 2-year anniversary. 2 years ago, almost to the day that she moved in with me. We made it 2 years, everybody.
Congratulations. All right, ready? Okay, do not stop drinking until it's gone.
I don't know if I can do that with my stomach. I'll try.
Drink the entire thing.
I'll try.
The entire thing. Otherwise,
I'll try.
Cheers.
Oh, God. Okay.
Smelling it.
I got 75% through before my stomach came out. Give me 1 second. I need to let it settle. Boy, no wonder people drink these. It tastes like nothing. I don't even taste the alcohol. That seltzer kills the flavor of the alcohol. That's so good.
It's like the healthiest alcohol because it's like mostly water. It's like mostly water. That's why I drink it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like if you're an alcoholic, it's really hard to lose weight. Like if you drink, but if you drink those, you can manage. You can stay in shape drinking those White Claws.
Oh, man. Oh,
Boogie, slam it.
I have a tiny tummy now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I got bypass surgery.
I got bypass surgery.
You broke through the staples like fucking 10 years ago.
That's not how it works. If I broke through the staples, I'd be dead. I'd be dead.
You broke through. Somebody in chat said